Hi everyone, Sarah here, the Nurturing Coach. Welcome to Unfuck the Mindfuck, where we talk about narcissistic behaviour and how to come to terms with it, how to understand it, and how to recover from it. And today, or this week, I'm looking at how you can support someone who you may know who is going through domestic abuse or narcissistic abuse. And today we're going to look at triggers, because when you haven't been in an abusive relationship, you can sometimes say things that you don't mean to hurt or upset or to trigger an episode or trigger a trauma, and you can totally do that by accident because your brain's totally different. You've not been through it, you're not aware of how they're being spoke to. And so I wanted to kind of raise awareness of that today. And one of the things is the way we talk. I mean, triggers can be anything. Triggers could be a piece of music, could be a TV show, an advert, a restaurant, you name it. It could be anything, a person. They could trigger off someone's memory of what they've been through or what they're going through. And triggers can last for a long time until they're dealt with, until they seek professional help to alter the connection between the trigger and the response. And that's something that I work with my clients doing, is changing that response. But when we're supporting someone, it may be, you could completely do by accident. You could go to the shop and buy them something, and without knowing, what you bought them could be a trigger of an episode where their abusive partner massively kicked off or said something or did something that really upset them. And you didn't mean to do that, but it's being aware of that. And so I'm going to focus on words, because you can't, there's no real way that you can know every bit of music, everything that might set them off. The only way you do that is if you make a mental note if they mention something. But words we can. So remember that an abuser will use words like stupid, crazy, nasty words. And we can actually use it. We might think, oh, we'd never say that to someone, but you do it accidentally sometimes. Like you say, oh, don't be stupid. And you don't mean it. You don't mean it in the way that an abuser would mean it, but it trips off the tongue. We do say it in conversation, and that could be a trigger. So if you see that you may have said something and it's affected the person you're trying to support, then talk to them about it, apologise for using the word, make a mental note of the word and try not to use it again. And just allow them to explore that, allow them to talk about it, maybe explain, oh, I saw you responded a bit funny to what I said. Did that trigger something for you? Do you want to talk about it? So really, it is just being aware that there are going to be so many things, whether the person is still in that relationship or whether they've left and this is years later, there will still be things that trigger, just as it does for any of us. You can listen to a piece of music and it'll maybe take you to somewhere that you went, or a particular person. We all have these trigger objects or trigger events in the same way, but with abuse, they're obviously going to be connected to negative things. So be aware of that. Be aware of how you talk to someone. Be aware of their responses. This is all part of the communication process, is watching them feed back to you and then having the conversation. So I hope you found that helpful. If you want any help working through your own trigger so that we can replace the negative attachment to a positive one, so that if a song does come up, you no longer have to rush to turn it off. You can actually sit, enjoy it and smile. Then do get in touch. I'm offering 30-day transformations at the moment. I'm doing this for free for a short period of time, just to help out the first 5 people that comment. I will pop the link in below. But take care, everyone. Bye-bye.